Hello. I'm fixing my view ball really quick because I put it too high on the model. And then we're good. Accidentally copied from Finley wearing heels. My biggest mistake. My biggest mistake yet. Copying from Finley wearing heels. Here. Oh, we're here. And waiting. You can see how my view ball's too high. I'll show you the outfit while we wait for it to re-upload. This is very quickly thrown together. I'm gonna need to adjust this a little bit, maybe. Now my fingies will show through. We've got hair down. I don't think scarf does anything. We have a fan. I changed out the parasol. Even though it's not really in a great hand position. I'm not worried about it. Again, threw this together. We got the nice outfit. This was quite literally thrown together as quickly as possible. Uploading? Uploaded? Huh? Uploaded? Eh? Huh? Huh? There we go. Yes. Kisei is taking everybody to, he said it in here. Oban Festival. We can bird. We can bird. I made sure we could bird. Bird works. There we go. Now my view is perfect. You can kind of, like, one of the things you can end up seeing is how the sleeves don't have an arm in them. And there's no legs underneath. But again, I threw it together really quickly, so I'm not really all too concerned. Somebody brings it up, they're mean. Somebody brings it up, they're mean. They shouldn't do that. Did I? No, I have Flint in here. It's like, do I not have Flint favorited anywhere? Okay. There we go. Quickest model in the West. I made this while I was playing Pressure. I made wolves while I was while we were playing Pressure earlier. I don't know why. I'm continuing to reach when I know that my tablet is stopping me, not something else. It's like, there we go. Choo. Mostly it's still kind of finicky compared to normal, but I did figure it out, Slapster. So I can move again, but it's weird compared to how I moved before. It's not exactly as accurate. I don't like it, but it works. Yeah, it's tank controls. It's not great, but it'll do. It's better than nothing. I have Lo-Fi Girl up right now. Because I knew there wouldn't be any music. I don't know if there was any settings to turn off. My headset has been like weirdly less comfy lately, and I think it's because it's summer and it's muggy. I have that up for the first little bit so I can see myself. I have to get used to the new hands on Finley. I don't like them as much on Finley specifically. I think I might set it to Legacy fingers. For just Finley. I'm stuck. There we go. Hi. Sorry, I'm a little late. Hi. Mm-hmm. They're technically quills. Thank you. I tried to make it relatively accurate. Oops.
Very good you
Fix it.
got that.
Having a little bit of this.
I know, you know.
I was hoping a nobleman would be this lovely. And that is true.
I wouldn't want that.
I see a problem
Then I'll glad.
with Wolf's model.
I'm told they're going to start the Bon Odori in a bit, and then I told everyone that I would take them down when they go to the river for the lantern part of the festival.
Okay.
I think my mom would like Kisei's product.
What's in the fire? And point it out into the river.
Probably would.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to trust me with
Don't I need to meet your mom
fire.
and dad soon? Don't let me.
Oh yeah,
I
they're gonna be
feel like we're
coming
missing
over
one.
here.
I trust you a lot more.
Yeah,
I'm a fire Disney clone. Never.
What?
Christmas thing. You were telling me you wanted me to meet them.
Ah,
I'll probably go to the stall real quick.
Admittedly, I'm not well, none of them I'm happy about. The other one, I'm a little more worried.
Being
on.
adventurous.
There's quite a few food stuff.
My mom is quite
You can just set it into the fire. It will light.
Oh, okay.
quite
I wasn't
an
sure
evaluator of people.
which one exactly.
And if she has an issue with me, will that be an issue for
Oh.
you?
It is.
prepare.
No, it
Oh.
just means that she would
Oh, I'm
expect you
looking forward to
to
this.
improve in criterias.
Light, damn you.
No, poor darling.
Like,
They have food, by the
I'm
way.
a pretty well-rounded person.
Over there.
They usually have
Oh.
food
Oh.
at festivals.
I know.
She's just a little protective.
There you go. It's up.
I
Cool.
make a decent amount of money, and I have a good job. I don't
That's
think
true.
up with him. Or at least
Admittedly,
that's
money is the last thing on my mom's mind.
They have a
Pop a ball.
goldfish game over
what
there.
make sure that you're in good hands.
Indeed.
Right, I've heard of those before.
If I'm being
Gonna
honest
show
with
them
you, I
around the
thought
thing.
at some point when I was younger
Yes,
was with
there's
good
so much good
people,
food.
But you know, it wasn't
Yeah.
enough for her. Very few people were enough for her.
I think there's a lot of fish in there right
I don't know what she does as a blind.
Do they have shaved ice? I don't know if you've had shaved ice before.
I actually think I did when I was alive still. Or something similar to it.
Yeah.
Maybe not the same as
There's
theirs.
squid. Really large squid. But squid.
Don't judge a squid on its size. Squid can be any size it wants to. Just because you're big doesn't
Cotton candy.
mean anything.
Okay.
I heard that.
Takayami is what Kisei called it. It's like little dough balls.
Oh,
So yeah,
oh,
goldfish game. Apparently, it's about 100 yen a usage. You pick up a paper one, and you try to pick up the fish.
I feel
You either
kind of.
keep the fish or you get a plushie.
I
If you
feel
get a plushie, you just put the fish back.
kind of bad for the fish.
Yeah, it's not great. To be fair, if you bring the fish home and they take care of it, then generally fine.
Mostly for the ones on the ground.
Yeah.
You know, those are technically quote unquote not there. Those are one
Oh,
fish.
they're not there. Okay, those aren't there. I don't see them. I don't perceive anything.
Yeah, no.
I still feel bad for the fish, though.
Yeah, that was.
That feels
Yeah.
like
Oh, no, there's
it could be stressful.
fish bags on the ground over here.
One. We could just do this.
Yeah, you can push them through the ground.
A little hard to do it though. That's the point of
Yeah.
it. I don't think you can. How do they move them? You can't move them from side to side. Apparently.
Oh, if you tilt it, then it works.
Oh,
You have to tilt it in the direction that you want it to go.
That is interesting.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
can
You
you
have to
get it?
basically push it.
Can you get it in one of the?
Oh, it's in the
cups?
ground now.
Yeah, yeah, you can push
There
it
you
through
go.
the
In the
ground.
ground. There you go.
Oh,
Totally still there.
never
There you go.
existed. Never existed.
There we go. No, it's not there.
It's
It's not real.
Not real. Hey, do you want to play?
I know there's a tiny whale here, but I don't know where it went.
Also, you were positively luminescent in the slide.
Is that your way of saying I'm pale?
Oh, if I was going to call you, yeah, I would just say you're pale. I don't think that's a secret.
I'm reflective.
Eh.
It means I'm very safe on the street at night.
Bro. God. Yeah, do you want to try or no?
I guess I'm debating in my head if I can take care of more animals.
Fair. To be fair, the carnival goldfish, which technically is not a carnival, but you know what I mean, tend to not live very long.
Well, that's actually not normally because of the goldfish itself. It's more
stress.
because of the stress and also the people that not knowing how to take care of them. Goldfish are more
Well, because
complicated
fish are
than people
generally
initially
not.
think.
Well, most fish are. There's actually very few fish that are
Well,
easy.
there are some that are easier than goldfish.
Mm.
They need a larger
True.
tank.
Yeah, and the thing about
Yeah.
about goldfish is that they're actually just carp that are just really, really small.
Well, they start very small, but they get big.
Yeah. Yeah, if you allow
They
them to
accommodate-
breed rampantly in a large body of water, they just become regular-sized carp.
They accommodate the space that you give them.
That's why you shouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, that's why you shouldn't
Yeah.
release goldfish out into the wild because they can become a majorly invasive species.
Oh, very much. They eat a lot.
Well, do you,
Yeah,
in
they
your
do.
apartment, do you have space for a goldfish?
I probably do. And I'm trying not to let my brain.
Guilt.
This makes it much
Yes.
easier. Well, I guess because that's
Because there's a part of me that's telling me that
Yeah.
I could take care of them. And maybe keep them from dying.
You could do the thing that some people do in carnivals when this happens, where they just straight up pay for all the fish instead of winning it.
I'll do that at the end. You're right. I have money.
Yeah, I know.
I have stupid money. I can do that. But won't that encourage them?
That's the power of being an adult, is that you can, all the impulsive stuff that you do as a kid, you can just do
This is
now.
a cultural practice.
Oh, right. It's a cultural
Sure,
practice. It'll
all
just
these
happen
games, all this
forever.
food.
It'll happen forever. I might as well.
Yeah.
I might as well. Save my conscience.
God. Would they be that cute? Okay. But yeah, there's. I actually don't know what this is.
Billy's gonna have fish now.
This is roasted corn. Yeah, this is probably just roasted corn.
He'll probably only keep a couple of them and
This is a less
probably more likely
morally dubious game where you just
donate
shoot
the rest.
quirks at prizes.
Is that morally dubious? It's just corks.
Less.
Oh,
less morally dubious.
Knowledge is a curse.
Also, if you've noticed,
That's a very small gun for you. Does that make it harder to shoot? Or easier?
a little bit. Also, this place is not built for me. Well, it's harder because if you look, the trigger thing doesn't have an open trigger. It has like closed trigger. So
You, like,
my finger barely fits there.
Shoot with your fingernail or your pinky?
Kind of halfway in, halfway out. It's just like the tip of your finger.
I guess.
A little uncomfortable. Well, there are more.
Is there a reason you're passing over this one?
Also because I know what you would do.
What will I do? I won't do anything.
Really? You won't do anything?
No.
Huh?
I
You're
don't
not
even-
the person who gets green popsicles and stares at me?
There aren't any green ones.
If there were.
I don't know. Maybe I like bananas.
Well, that I know.
Maybe one is roughly to scale.
These are hot dogs, I think.
Oh, so
And
so
that
bananas
is-
are bad, but meat sticks are okay. I couldn't do anything with
I don't
that.
know why bananas feel different, but they do. I'm gonna be honest, mostly the reason why I walked over that one particularly is just because I know that it would be funnier if I did. What would have happened is if I walked up to there and just made the joke, it would have been like a one-off joke, and then we would have moved on. But the very fact that I walked right past it made it a longer conversation.
So you've been thinking about it.
For something. What makes you think I don't?
You were thinking about it the
You
whole
don't-
time.
Actually, I don't know this game. I have to keep saying to explain it.
Eyes look.
Yeah?
Giant
Actually,
hot
no,
dog.
this is funnier. Here you go.
I hope you know this is bigger.
I hope so. I feel like he wouldn't survive.
I could survive. Without injury, no. But survive, yes, it's gone.
I'll get you another one.
It's gone.
Yeah, if you drop them, they disappear, and you gotta get another one.
My slippery fingers will never.
Let's hold on to this until you're ready.
I don't honestly think I need that large of a thing of meat. If we're being honest, I already have
Also,
a
it's
large
supposed to be
stick of
impressive.
meat,
Yeah. There's normal sized ones.
but also I probably just don't need to.
Better.
Wow. Oh,
Stuck right to the ground too.
I can get another.
I just can't hold things.
Apparently. Which is strange because usually you're very good with your hands.
The thing is that the place where you're able to grab it is very small.
Which is surprising considering
That
how
I
big it
understand.
is.
Yeah.
So why do you want me to have the empty stick? Oh,
Because it's funny.
oh, is
sorry.
it? You want the vampire to hold the this wooden stick? I understand.
Oh, ice.
Yeah.
I'm
need to.
I'm dancing with death. I see.
Oh,
Let me hold it out slightly so that way if I trip.
That might be genuinely
Yes,
dangerous.
that
You
would
want
be
me to hold it?
terrible.
I won't die.
They're going to stop
As
the
a member,
whole-
as a member of aftercare, I am concerned.
I wouldn't joke about it if I would actually
There
die.
you go.
Okay,
There
okay.
you go.
Oh, now you're worried about it.
How?
Well, though it would actually be very bad if that did happen. But I don't think I'm that bad with
That
my
would be
hands or
very
feet.
bad, I would hope not.
I wouldn't
No, I
die
am.
though.
Actually, it might.
I wouldn't be dead.
It might actually.
That's a
it might
myth.
be safer if somebody else holds the pointing object other than me. I'm prone to tripping.
Yes, probably. Maybe starting soon.
Pointy.
I have a
map
horrible sense of
change.
balance.
Well, mostly a myth. It's mostly a myth. Yeah, just torpor.
I've heard of it causing paralysis. I'm not sure about that though. I think it changes.
I
Depending on
can't
the
say
vampire, I guess.
I can't say exactly what it does because I would get in trouble, but I wouldn't die.
Sure. Yeah, if it's a
Everyone,
secret, you don't have to tell me.
pretty soon.
Oh.
Come back.
They changed the portals. They look way nicer now. I haven't seen a portal till now. Can I close you, please? No? No, I can't? Okay. Waiting for the eyes one to open because I didn't notice his texture, his material, and his tusks is wrong.
How to take character, you can turn on world sounds here. It should be fine. Look at them go. You can turn on world sounds here, it should be fine.
Wow. I kind of got my own background music on. Hmm.
See? Once you get the hang of it, the point is to join in, and then everyone dances along and entertains their ancestors before they have to go back. It is called the Bolden Odori.
I might be a little
Oh,
slow
yes.
to dancing.
That's fine. It does not have to be perfect. Most people do not
Oh,
get it
that's
correct.
not
That is
my
what I'm told
worry.
from the other yokai.
The performance itself is not my worry.
Familiar.
Think,
Point you.
Oh, it's another you.
I try to keep myself in check
I don't know if
during
I'll
things like
participate
this.
properly.
Oh.
Now I got a message of missing bindings. It seems like everything's okay.
How are you and Nikolai?
Oh, things are pretty good for me and Nikolai.
So happy.
Yeah, I know you guys have been spending a lot of time together. I hope you're enjoying yourselves.
Well, we are, but at the same time, though, I recognize that we didn't have you around all the time, so I figured, why don't we all go out to eat together sometime? I want to spend more time around you, too.
Fit in. I fit right in. Look, I fit right in.
I
Fit right in.
enjoy hanging out with you too.
It'd be a pleasure.
I don't know that they're necessarily actual issues.
There's been a lot of real interesting business, like figuring out the stuff with the sword lately.
Fun.
Figuring what?
I'm fitting
Figuring
in.
out the stuff with his new sword.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Uh,
New sword. I don't know what I are
Yeah.
referring
bring home the wrong bird.
The long tongue sword?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. I don't know too much about it. I was surprised to actually see it out where I was.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out, really.
Oh, see.
What kind of sword is it?
This bottom one seems to be. This bottom one seems to be grabbable. No, you got that one.
I think the point is to dance.
Probably. They're dancing. You should probably dance to them.
I think the point is relatively for all of us.
Afraid I'm
To.
not much of a dancer.
You can still
You're
take
supposed to be out of
part
it.
as if you're dancing.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what happened if I did. So,
Why?
Come on, guys.
What do you mean you don't know what happened if you did?
our festivities are months later, not these ones.
Hmm.
To the right, to the left.
If you're not focusing on your ancestors, does it still work the same?
Generally, when you're doing these types of activities, you're leaving a door open.
Ah,
If you do not call the specific thing or individual, you're just been letting anything walk in.
fair.
I'm horrible at this.
It's fine, my love. See, again, there's like the story
I
of,
don't technically have any.
It does not matter how good it is, it just
Or
has to take
really-
attention.
You do.
I do, but I don't remember most of them. At least beyond names and vague descriptions.
When it
Vague
comes to these type of
pictures.
things, when it comes to these type of things, usually the intent that matters, not these specific individuals. Now, don't get me wrong. If you happen to know the ancestor that you're trying to employ, it makes it a lot easier. But you can still just send out a wish.
Admittedly, I don't have many wishes for them.
Very traditional. This is what I've been missing. Proper traditional music.
But I do feel bad not participating. I just don't know. Now that you bring it up, I also don't know what happened if I participated.
Okay.
Yeah, well, if it makes you feel any better, as a member of this culture, I'm actually not all that religious.
It's more his religion
Yeah, fair.
that at least he's worried about. I'm more worried about I don't have ancestors that I would want to talk to. But I guess it's
Yeah, that's fair.
not just your own ancestors that you're entertaining, but the collective ancestors of the
Sure, yeah,
area.
just in general.
Hmm.
I got that.
I see.
also don't really have a lot of ancestors or any.
Yeah.
Though I
None
think
that
it's
you
the
really
same
know of or
for
care to know, I guess.
Wolfram and Kisei.
Yeah. I mean, Casey doesn't have any answers, so she's a pipe.
Well, she's more than a pipe, but yes.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, you're right. Saying that was a bit reductive. I didn't mean it that way.
Excuse me, taking my little pod of little
Go ahead.
squiddy or octopi. Octopi are the right words.
Yeah, if you guys have anything that you're carrying around that you don't feel like carrying around, I don't mind being a pack mule. I got a bag of holding.
Oh, don't worry. I didn't bring much with me today.
No, I'm saying if you pick up anything here.
Ah.
It's fair.
It's hard to explain. At least how I view it. I've never viewed them as dead.
Watching?
Allowing the souls to come back for a few days and then sending them
Yeah.
back to where they were. At least that is what I'm told the purpose is.
It's an interesting cultural practice.
Mm.
My ancestors would much rather stay in Valhalla.
What are your practices for the coming events in a few months?
Feasting and drinking and dancing and singing all day and
Is there anything in particular I should prepare?
all night and one morning
If I can attend at all,
You?
given what I am?
we go
You,
fight
you can attend.
in the field.
Actually. It depends on what do you mean by attending? Do you mean watching or do you mean participating?
Either.
Watching is generally pretty fine. But you might get an older generation, their stick up their ass might squint at you, but it.
Well,
they'll
it's
do that
not like
regardless of what you do.
I can appear as myself anyways.
Oh
But
wait,
I
yeah, your disguise
mean
would be
more, if me being undead would cause issue.
I'm also undead, so
you being undead will cause issue. Spiritual call. I need to think about that because it's not generally something that just happens.
Well, no.
yeah.
Generally not.
Because
Bit of a new thing for me too.
Well, it's a very old thing for me, but I've
Yeah, but a new
just
thing
never had
in
to
this context at least.
worry about it. I've never been this
Yeah.
close.
to answer your question, generally there are two steps to it. There's the more personal.
Ice is more
usually.
spiritual. It's not a real world religion.
My God, I think I asked you about it once a bit ago. It was if you remember the little urn thing that I wanted to put in the apartment.
I do.
With all the bones.
Candy thing over here.
There's that.
Check this out.
You usually clean them.
And then
Then you have the festivities, usually where the shamans will. You're gonna notice it in a couple months when you walk around. You're gonna notice
Message
the
in
little,
Wolf's chat if you can that I
festival
fixed
streets.
something on his model and he can reset it when he wants to.
Then you have the oral storytelling, as you know, oral histories,
Mm-hmm.
where they'll tell stories about specific ancestors, and usually families will try to attend and tell their own.
I think it works best if you like.
Probably have to avoid that part. Telling my own. I don't want to have to come up with that much of a lie about who I am. I don't particularly like lying.
Yeah. Then there's the mock sparring, where people do mock matches where they're not actually fighting, but they're reenacting.
I can watch that.
You can. It'll be kind of a little bit amusing to see you participate in that, though. Small.
Because I'm
Big.
tiny.
Yes, thank you.
I would be worried if I hurt someone.
You would hurt someone that you're not actually fighting.
I guess.
When there's
You are all
when there's singing.
usually more able to take it as well. Given that one time I accidentally threw you.
Generally, yes. I'm a bit of a different story.
Well,
But generally, Oryx are on the more hardy side, yes.
you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Then there's... Actually... I wonder if they can still do that. They usually will do some of the festivities in the edges of the forest. Calling specific
Thank you, Dave.
animal spirits. But I feel like if right now, considering the whole circumstance, I might cause an issue.
I do wonder what they'll do with that.
Yeah. I don't know. They might have to change that.
I hope
Or
we
put in some
get
extra
some
protections.
updates soon on all of that, maybe. I don't want to be in hiding forever. I'm sure you don't either.
It is what it is.
I guess they might be a little
exactly
more
that much different.
quick to forget me than you, potentially. But who knows?
Oh no! Don't get. I can tell you that they're much more quick to forget you than me. They have a particular grudge for me.
I know.
Yeah, and probably will
Yeah.
And the best they can assume is that I'm an elf. Or a half-elf.
I'll be sure to give it to them and let them know that
Which isn't as
Probably
interesting.
half elf.
this owner wishes them well.
No.
Who knows? Maybe I can bring them back.
And if they actually think you're in half elf specifically, that makes it even harder for them because they have to figure out a mixed race background, which most likely would either mean you're a foreigner of some kind in that regard. If you're a full elf, then you'd be like, oh, we're gonna find families and things.
I see ours are
Thankfully, I'm neither.
too.
Just pointy-eared.
Yeah, I know.
I don't really know when that happened.
It's funny how I'm assuming post change,
Well, yes, I mean,
That much.
considering Ivanka. Ivanka's way bigger.
One of these earlier. I can't be too greedy.
purebloods always have longer ones.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. She
Not
she can
that
walk
long.
around the high.
There you go.
But
She can walk around the
longer.
high city without much issue. So actually, to be fair, she probably would still gather attention. But it's mostly because of height and assets. If I'm gonna be honest.
See.
She's very pretty.
Yeah, a lot of them repeat. A lot of them are just
Elves in
different stands of
high city are not that tall.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I have one of them outfits that kinda like this, but I wasn't sure about wearing it.
Well,
It's a bit itchy sometimes.
encouraged to do so if you want to.
Maybe
There has not been a specific word for
what's that?
uh
Is that the same thing for
the religion
Mhm.
that
Multiple stands in case it gets filled.
Iza's
I'm
culture
curious, I gotta
holds.
sate my curiosity.
Don't let my views, or I guess being a little bit down about it, stop you from dancing.
Why
I
are
can
you
watch.
down about it? That's a very specific word to use.
Yes,
Eh.
it is.
And you don't have to tell me now if you don't want to.
Is what it is. Yeah. A lot of people are having some issues.
Generally, when you enter into festivities like this, it's usually because you.
You've been wasn't there I know Mar. Apparently Jerry's voice is
All an answer.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'd be particularly happy to see me. So.
Your ancestors?
We'll see.
Well, if you manage to come by next week, I'm.
Any
Don't know if
particular
Jerry will
reason?
be there, but we'll see.
I don't know if I'll be there next week.
Remember what I used to be?
Busy.
I do.
We'll see what happens. But okay to me.
It's a bit of, I'm not exactly the first one.
Well, as much as I'd like to say that shouldn't matter, I guess it probably
tag
does.
along and just to kind of observe the different traditions, I guess.
It's an interesting perspective to both care and not care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a couple
You
food
always
stalls.
You can know that your life is how you accept it, and what you are is what will make you the most happy. But it doesn't change the fact that it's lonely. That your family might not approve.
And, doing what I think is right is spitting in their face.
I understand.
I know you would.
But I would say you'd be surprised how much the dead forgive. Particularly ones that aren't held back, like Mona.
That's fair. I was about to say.
That
There's
gives
one
a
thing I know
perspective.
about the dead. Dead does a lot of things. Actually, you want to know an interesting one?
The answer is yes, always.
Death and passing on tends to, there have been a lot of cases of people who have suffered through significant mental illness, and death usually clears their mind.
Mm.
I've a lot of people I've known, usually when they call out to their family members and they meet them again, it's a bit of a healing experience when you actually get to talk to them.
So, I would say maybe if you feel comfortable with it, giving it a shot. It might not be as bad as you think. And the worst that can happen is it is as bad as you think. But only if you want it.
Maybe. I'll think about it. I have time.
You do. And until then, you have a perfectly good dead thing here.
Yeah. Have I told you how much I love you recently?
No? Is it different than before?
I said no.
Right about.
It's kind of like
Right around in there.
realizing that watching someone grow, seeing them every day, you don't really see it until it smacks you in the face.
I guess that's true.
Perhaps.
I
Come on.
understand that more than you know.
For a moment. Come on.
Considering your age, that makes sense.
300 years of experience?
No, just one moment. Oh, it is fleeting.
But I do.
Right here.
Love you.
I love you too.
It doesn't like me.
There you go.
Victory is mine. Oh.
I'm gonna see if Kisei likes my blending in trick.
I'll be right here. Have fun.
Mm-hmm. Never again.
Oh,
I'm
Keith,
very
what's
good,
up?
Hmm? Huh? Oh, the bird. Oh! Finley!
I'm blending
There's
in.
something bird's about. Apparently so.
I don't look entirely the same. But
No,
it's
not
close.
entirely. Which is interesting considering how far out we are.
Well, they're a different type of bird, but they have some similar markings. Mostly the tail.
Oh. True. Oh, that is nice. I hope being able to hear this music. It has been a very, very long time to hear instruments like these. Everyone needing to have fun, having food. We need to have more festivals. Maybe we can have a festival at my shrine.
Of course.
Not all gone though. This is not. I'm not Buddhist, but.
Whatever festivals you end up holding, I will make sure to come to if you invite me.
Of course. You're always invited, darling.
And now I have the appropriate
Just
list.
at my shrine. Indeed. Oh, we need to get more yukata for everyone. To be fair, we will need to get plenty of yukata for the neocon anyway. All the guests should be wearing yukata while they're at the neocon.
Oh, yeah.
That shouldn't be an issue unless you wish them to be handmade or ordered en masse.
This one I
This is the
managed
hard
to get
part.
secondhand.
Ooh.
Or we could go that route.
Damn.
I had to take it in, though.
Better considering.
That's kind of mostly why I ended up going with a feminine style. I don't fit the masculine ones.
That is fine.
I'm a little too small.
It looks lovely on you, dear.
By the way, can't say they don't have a lot of yukata in my size, so it was a little hard to get.
Well, that just means that we need to find a proper tailor that makes yukata, and then order quite a bit from them, but hopefully not in mass, not the technology.
Yeah, I've always had done
Industry.
trouble finding yukata in my size too because I'm taller than the average woman, so they always come down to like my calves.
That's true. I'm certain we could find someone. Ooh, maybe Aurora makes yukata.
Perhaps, I'm not sure.
Oh, Alex.
Oh, I didn't show you a trick I
Should
managed
be
to do.
fine. I'm certain we can find someone.
Oh,
Especially if done properly. People that still, considering people who still
I
have
illusioned
yukata, that does
Oh.
mean
my
there are
umbrella.
makers around.
Probably.
that's really cute. Does it still do the same thing with the whole night thing?
That's why I had to illusion it.
Though to celebrate any of my holidays, I may have to.
Wait, let me look closer at it.
Off site.
Yes, you will.
Oh,
Yes, no blood.
wait, is it bigger? Oh, it's nice.
It's about the same size.
Good
Maybe a
idea.
little larger.
It was so good. It was so
Some,
good.
not all.
Same effect though.
Not all require sacrifice.
Yes, it is the other way around for the spots of it. Yes, I
Do you remember the first island that we went to? In the
Some do
early
Yes.
days.
Particularly how bright it was.
I remember sitting in.
do not have to.
I remember you sitting in the field flowers with this, and I had to duck under. And I was kneeling.
Stolen by your church
You had to do that almost every time.
in an attempt to erase my people.
I don't
Yeah.
follow the church, so.
Well, but I use it as a royal letter, not a.
Maybe one day I'll get a bigger one.
Always the Westerners.
Or you can just get me one, and I can be over you.
True.
And they attempted to erase us.
Well, a bigger one for
Or I
you.
could just hold this one.
And then I can have this one.
Yes, I know what that is like.
Yeah.
I bet Ivanka could find another person that can do it. I don't know if the same person who made mine is still
Because they did not bathe.
alive.
So
I've had it for so long.
They,
Same reason to have stolen their
were they a vampire?
No,
And we didn't even
I think they were an elf.
They're women. They willingly came to us.
Or a
If they're an elf,
witch.
then there's good.
Exactly.
Which gets a little more complicated.
Dressed in flamboyant
Some witches can live that long, some can't.
flowers.
But I can't tell if they were an elf or a witch because most witches don't make it clear that they're witches.
More or less.
Oh,
It's very tiny.
I never met a witch, so I wouldn't know. At least, to be fair, to be specific, I never knowingly met a witch. That's been.
Forcing our women to
Exactly.
sin.
The more I hear about these Western religions, the more they make me laugh.
Yeah, honestly.
Everything we did made them
Oh.
made their women sin. And if you weren't such stuck-up assholes, maybe they would.
I always wonder how that works. Do you just illusion it away, or is it like a pocket dimension?
Blood magic?
True.
Do you make it out of blood?
No.
Is it your blood?
Yes.
I have some extra blood bags if you need some.
No. I'm fine.
Okay.
That's
I
fine.
have been
Wanna
eating
check?
fairly well lately.
Okay. Yeah, well, if you ever need blood, I'm usually carrying it, and you, as a vampire who actually uses it for sustenance, you need it more than I do.
You'll know if I made it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever want
And
some,
if that happens, come find me or find the very tall elf woman, elf-looking woman that would be concerned.
Usually, I don't. There are rare occasions where I end up needing it, actually. And those are usually more uncomfortable,
According
like
to
fighting.
most people.
yeah.
Simple magic
Yeah.
like this
Well,
doesn't take very
I'm
much.
usually carrying it just because. I'm usually carrying it just because, like, it fuels my magic, but I don't necessarily need it, you know?
As long as you're not even to me. That is all I care about.
I do actually need it.
Of course not.
It would.
Mm.
Well, technically, I don't
Which is what I'm saying.
need it.
If you ever.
I wouldn't die, but it
Yeah.
would be similar to death.
Right.
I wouldn't be me. It'd be all
Yeah. I mean, if I ever have something and somebody else needs it more than me,
Spooky.
I'm usually glad to give it to them. That's why
I appreciate it.
usually stuff my backpack full of basically anything I think me or anybody else could ever need, just in case somebody needs it and I have it.
It's honestly good to have it anyways, because there are vampires that need more blood than I do, and that are much more don't have as good of access to it. I have fairly good access, at least.
So that.
Huh? Oh,
Doesn't mean they stop as soon as I look over.
I took a drink from my
they're gone.
gourd.
Looks like dancing to me, though. I suppose you could do both.
I suppose.
Not even by a truck this time.
Still dance.
I definitely took a drink from my gourd.
It looks exactly
Well,
like
like, first time they
Right. Oh, right.
died.
part of the dance.
Truck.
Hello again.
I'm surprised how Fury they describe a very traumatic thing.
I don't describe mine like that. You know that.
You don't like that, Bob?
They weren't that angry at me.
Told you before, right?
Welcome back.
Don't actually remember.
I don't
Welcome back.
think that much in detail.
Well,
But,
maybe
yeah,
that's a
I was
story
saying
for
that's why I usually
eventually.
carry more blood than I think I need.
It's probably for the best.
There are a lot of stories where eventually.
Yep. And you never know when somebody's gonna need a transfusion too.
True. Though that's a little more complicated. You'd have to make sure it's either universal or
I usually carry O negative.
fair.
Back when I was alive, actually, my blood was O negative.
Oh, convenient.
Yeah, well,
I don't actually know what my blood
I
type
read
was when I was
somewhere.
alive.
I don't know what blood type it is
I think you
now.
just know it because like it was.
You
kind of a
don't
big
know
thing
what your
in my
blood type
culture,
is.
So basically, everybody knew it.
Off the top of my head, I have it written down somewhere.
Yeah, it should be on your card.
I mean,
Is it not on your driver's license?
I would if I knew.
Probably. I don't make it a habit of memorizing the information immediately.
You should have that on a medical card. In the very least.
AB negative.
And allow them to get close so you can sort of know who they are.
I'm gonna start keeping a document for you. Just in case you get into medical trouble. Especially with all you've been doing lately. You get injured more often. And you ride a motorcycle.
Yeah. You should have seen me when I was alive.
That
I
is-
was
that
just
is
covered in
something.
Band-Aids.
The
I was super accident prone. I was bumping into something, having some kind of miscellaneous injury. I was back when I was younger, especially. I was slapping band-aids on myself constantly.
Do you have a bad luck spirit on you?
I wonder, honestly.
Probably.
Yeah, because like it all started especially when I fell down a flight of stairs at the age of 4, and it
Yeah, that sounds.
resulted in brain damage.
I fell off a horse
That sounds
once.
like a bad luck spirit.
I was thankfully okay.
Fell off
That
a
can be very
building.
bad. I knew
Yeah,
people who
I
died falling off of horses.
Yeah, I'm lucky I survived at least. 'Cause, like, but I did end up with brain damage. I lost my sense of smell. I have a horrible sense of balance afterward. And yeah, my doctor told me that my sense of balance was going to get worse as I got older.
Well, is it worse?
But if I did, that would make it not a special.
It's gotten a bit worse since when I was a teenager, but now that I'm dead, I seem to have a little bit less of a problem with it.
That's good.
Death cures a lot of things.
Yeah, and
I gotta
on the
say.
plus side, due to my magic, I just seem to have a healing factor, so if I injure myself, it just closes right up.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It is. Very
I
nice.
keep this one bandage on my nose just because I think it's cute. and also
You
just as
you reap the
signifier
benefits
about
of
the
a healing
sacrifices
factor
of
every
smell.
day.
In their tradition.
Yeah.
Technically, you do.
No, you do also.
It looks quite good.
A lot of things that we do, we could not do if I didn't have them.
We
Or would be
could.
significantly harder.
We could. It would just require a lot more preparation and effort.
Preparation, effort, and would not last nearly as long.
And if you're talking about what I'm assuming, then probably a lot of lube.
We already need that.
It's the barrel. That was so convenient.
That's still needed just to prevent discomfort.
Yeah.
Mostly for you. But
Or
also
put
for
the
me.
Mona dipping out of the barrel. That'd be nice.
What did they do with it? Did they keep it?
I don't know.
Did they throw it in a... Like, what? I so wish that I was there when they discovered that. Because I really want to know what they thought and what they did.
Considering what I know. God, that would have been so fucking funny.
It would have been awkward and funny.
You have no idea.
Oh, and the toys I left there.
Ooh.
And rough.
I usually kept mine pretty hidden away, but the one time where I...
Well,
like
it's more...
somebody
It's not
in,
like
yeah.
we ever leave them in the open. It's more the apartment was fully taken and searched.
You never mean to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we don't have that barrel anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
God, imagine if
That was a hazard guess, by the way. It's either two things that I can think of. Three things. Either they thought it was pertinent, so they logged it into evidence.
Which
They
would be
realized
funny.
that it wasn't pertinent, threw it away, or realized it wasn't pertinent, and then someone kept it.
That would be the worst one, actually. My hands have been in there.
Yeah, I have like a pre-owned barrel of lube. Sounds horrible.
Technically, it's not pre-owned.
It is pre-owned.
It's not like you're using the lube anyway. Well, the barrel, yes, I guess technically, but it's not like
Stuck
you're.
hands in it. That's got like all types
True.
of germs in it.
My hands have been in
know.
there.
I know, which is funny because it had a spout on the bottom, but you still insisted on removing the barrel top to stick your hands in there.
Because it felt nice. It was
The
sensory.
lube that we're talking about was the lube that we were talking about. By the way, was a prototype that MMR had bought from I forgot it was like Thorgar or Thorgar was a liaison between them and dwarves or something. It was this electric type of lube that had a sensitivity and numbing effect type thing.
More than electro.
I think it was from an eel.
It was expensive.
Interesting.
Very.
Yeah, it was some type of eel lube, eel secretions or something.
Oh. Well, like a hacked it?
I don't remember.
Maybe. I have no idea. I wasn't part of the process. All I did was buy it off Mona. So she needed to sell it. And she was like, I bought too much.
That does sound like something that Mona would do.
Tell her to buy too much again. Or I.
It worked wonders. It was pretty good.
Our budget has gone up a lot since then.
Oh, you have no idea. Actually, I have a question for you. Out of each department, which do you think spends the most money?
I would guess the toy makers.
By a significant margin.
Makes sense. They're doing a lot of
it's not even close.
weird experimental research.
Our R&D is very expensive, and they have
Oh,
they need
yeah.
very specific materials and very expensive materials.
What I'm
It's
hearing
not like
is that I need to throw much harder parties.
you're budgeted for 4 parties. Yes,
I wouldn't mind it.
you can make an argument
Bigger
to
budgets.
Mona and the so you get more of a budget.
The one who has the
I've gotta
final say
compete.
would be Kisa.
Oh, she told me to
More
talk
than
to you
likely.
about actually.
Well, then, there you go.
Yeah,
Technically, the lowest one, at least,
She's giving me
if we're not including creative department, would be security.
since I do need
Technically, our expenses of personnel
my-
and insurance.
You should probably
My
spend a
department
little
has
more on
lowest
training.
spending.
I do.
We can set up a training event. I can help.
You could. You could.
One of my biggest,
service on the side as well.
The problem with the training thing is that, like, if I was training a paramilitary force, then
Not-
training is very straightforward.
If Aftercare
But
was gonna
this-
spend more on like extra supplies, I wonder what we would get.
When the aftercare actually has their area in like their department, I feel like aftercare
Oh,
will
yeah.
start shooting up because
Probably.
aftercare has to research as well, and yours is more like organic and genetics and all those other things.
Sure.
So I feel like you would be up there with
Yeah.
toy makers.
Yeah, because we're probably gonna need to figure out all the biology and specifics of like how all the different monsters work.
Mhm.
And like
And you'll have to probably
compatibility and all
spend
that.
money on some research. Realistically, I know I'm never.
Right.
The creative department is never going to compete with either of your departments. Ever.
Yeah.
On expensiveness.
And I guess actually having me here would also be a cost-cutting measure, considering I can just make flesh and organs and stuff.
True.
My dad would have loved my ability because he actually was working in my dad's a surgeon, and one of his biggest lines of research was making lab cloned organs for transplant.
Huh.
How accurate can you be? Can you just
Pretty accurate if you have a good genetics sample.
That's also an opportunity.
Looks like everyone may be moving to the riverside soon.
actually, actually I think the group of people that you probably would be very good friends with is probably people who are necromancers.
True.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Ellis has actually been really interested in stuff like that for me because I can just make specific like dead bodies for people to reanimate if they want to.
I'm looking forward to it.
Now,
Or if they provide me with enough
since
blood.
we're leaving soon, I have to make the joke now. This entire time, guys, every conversation we have had, you decided to have in front of the banana cart.
Yeah.
I know. I specifically did them. I hope you know.
So nice.
That's where you
I
decided
don't
to
think
have
we
it.
need it. You got a new one?
Do what?
Silver.
No,
Silver instead of brown.
it's still brown, just a little shinier. I put a different polish on it today.
Oh, okay.
And it
looks
is a little less. The colors around it tone it down a little. I tried to make my nails blue, but they ended up a little darker.
Still looks nice. This kind of matches.
It makes my hands look pale.
I don't think the nails need help with that.
Sigh.
Yeah, that was more a joke thing though. Not nearly as high quality as the steel ingot sculptures.
Don't get grabby.
Oh, this is grabby.
That's an acceptable grabby.
Oh, is there unacceptable grabby? Because I recently came across. Not recently. I know about this for a while, but you want to fill out a touch chart at some point? Do we need to do that?
Oh, there's a portal.
No, I like you touching me anywhere.
No such thing as infinite consent, Finley.
I'm aware, but I'm okay with you touching me anywhere. Except, like, maybe not certain parts going in weird places. Like armpits. That's
This
weird.
is why. Okay.
Police auction. Oh no. Oh, it's like extra shiny.
Nice.
Don't go too far.
Wow. Missing a few?
Why not?
Because I figure we're waiting on the other.
Ooh.
Okay. That's a good explanation. I'll accept that.
Very important.
You'll accept that. I
Hello.
appreciate that you'll accept it.
So I'm gonna say that they're taking their walk, and I'm gonna do something else. I'll be back.
I'll probably be back here in a moment soon.
If he...
Oh, I might be here because I'm just
You
trying to
know
fix my gestures.
I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be being someone else. If you want to still be Marcus, you can, absolutely. You just say you came back
I'll
a
be
little earlier.
Marcus.
If he is Marcus, he's gonna see something interesting.
Wow.
Oh God.
Okay. So, just for context,
The funniness of me listening to Stone Temple Pilots.
For context, this would be down past the shrine that in the first map we were at. Along, there'd just be a bunch of people heading towards down this path, towards the river. And when you get to the one spot, you'd see people basically taking lanterns and lighting them and putting them in the water. So, like, it's sort of a thing that everyone would be doing in waves. And then, like, as people do it, eventually there aren't enough lanterns in this map, so just have to do the reset button on it so the next group of people can do it. But figured it would do it like that.
Okay.
Okay. So good. So, everybody's good.
Yippee.
And cards back up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I would try it once. One time.
Yeah. I'm always open to many things.
That's always been my stance. I'll try anything once. Except for dying.
Act like this when we're
Well,
trying. This is so very
I already did that, actually. Never
Yeah.
mind. I did try dying once.
Generally only see
Oh.
that
Yeah, me too,
view
technically.
the further north
Technically.
you get.
Technically. It wasn't in a bedroom, though. It was in the middle of the street.
Same.
This is what you get when you do not have to have all the
Okay.
technology.
I get ran
Well,
over by a
not
truck.
the middle of the street, but
Yes.
street nonetheless.
Technology causes light pollution.
I don't actually know how you died.
Mm,
I mean, if it's something you don't want to discuss, that's fine.
I don't tend to discuss it openly.
That's fair. I understand. I'm
Just
open
not
to
a
discussing mine,
cheery
because honestly,
topic.
It's kind of silly. Yeah, that's fair.
Completely understandable, Finley. I don't know what you're talking about, but I completely understand it regardless.
The specifications of my death.
Yeah.
They don't seem particularly cheery thing to tell people about.
Yeah.
Upon first meeting.
Yeah, neither were mine.
You're dead? You died?
Yes,
you died?
technically for... actually, technically twice.
Twice.
Oh.
Oh right, I remember the
one-
one time with your heart stopping.
Yes, that was at Samantha's, over winter, their Yule break. The other time was technically when I fought my Jarl and I was stabbed in the back.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well,
I just
still
had the
here.
one time that I got ran over by a truck.
Yes.
Everyone simply has to follow, grab a lantern and light it and then let it follow. Back to the ancestors, back to their yummy.
For me, it was when I was asleep and my life support failed once and had to restart.
Ooh. Well, I almost died once, and then I actually died.
I think you may have left your jacket back there a little bit.
I
Oh.
put it in my toolbox on my back, buddy.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Not used to
We're
seeing
far
that
enough
you're
away from town that I don't need
I
to wear
believe these are
it.
torches.
Yes, that is simply for the path.
We'll just do a few at a time. We'll just
You can come and join the group if you want.
Fiddlestick.
Might just be a little careful with the theme.
Hello.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Learn's not always good.
Yeah. You can do two things. Either you can stay in the dark, or someone can cast an illusion.
I could try, if you'd like it. Though I'd need a...
What would work?
No, the other.
I could try to illusion you to look a little less spooky to humans. Though you'd have to have a picture in your mind.
It's easier if you hold it in one hand
Many pictures, many, constantly shifting. You must choose for me.
Same goes with the torch.
It's up to you. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't dream of doing it without your consent.
I slip into shadows. Stay within for now.
All right. Let me know if it changes. Just be careful. Hey, Mary! How is our pee?
That's fine, dear. Be floating away. Hold on. Next
I'm gonna probably need somebody to do later for me too.
Of course, dear.
Thank you, Kisei.
Of course.
I can just sit here.
How are you doing?
There we are.
I just asked how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Thank you. Sorry about that.
I haven't gotten to talk to you
Sorta.
for a while.
It has been a little while. Oh, I'm sorry. That well, one either I've been busy or just very, very tired. But I've at least been sleeping more.
That's fantastic.
Have you been sleeping because you're trying to sleep, or you've been sleeping because you've been overworking yourself to the point you pass out?
That's a very
More of column A, still a little bit of column B. But
Well,
I'm working on
it's
it.
an improvement.
It's an improvement.
Hello.
Fiddlesticks is calling you from the forest.
Oh.
Oh, hello, darling.
What?
Okay. You
I
can,
got it.
you can hold it.
Hello, darling.
Did you put one in into the.
Sorry, I was making sure that went smoothly.
It will.
Probably don't need a micromanage.
Oh my god.
Oh, there.
I see.
Try not to
Our
light
group, we should be
that
fine, dear.
area over there.
Oh. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Ancestors, so
But yeah, it has been a while.
Ooh.
Oh.
Sorry, I felt a pop.
that is fine. You can.
Good pop or bad pop?
Ah, the whole pops are strange when you're regenerative.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Really depends on your regeneration though, because if you're just regenerating like exponentially, like your body just tries to heal itself without really mind of what its shape used to be, then yeah, it's pretty normal.
Oh.
But if you're like magically regenerating where it just puts you where you used to be,
I would look very
Yeah,
different if
just
it
a
was doing it that way.
Am I okay to give you a head back then?
I'm aware.
Mine is
Just okay.
oh, strange.
Yours is magical. Same reason with your shifting.
Love you too.
Good to see you, Echo.
Good to see you as well.
I have no comments on my shifting. Not with current
Mr. Ice, did you
civilians
get
present.
taller?
I'm wearing sandals.
Oh, okay. Understood.
You're the same height as always.
He is in fact wearing sandals. Well, he's a tiny bit taller due to the sandals.
Well, he's usually wearing shoes.
Yeah. I
guess.
always have to notice that type of thing.
I want.
You want what? Eepy coming!
You know what? So loaded in animals. Just do this.
There we are. Perfect. I gotta go.
I don't have shoes, so I wouldn't know. Most people. Most they make are things that we can put and cover our anklets or talons with. Either it be talon covers or just ankle covers.
By the way,
Or ankle
I
bracelets.
found out recently that there are foot socks for people with talons.
There
You should look into that.
I do actually know about some of those.
Oh,
Last
that is
time I got
interesting.
one, it ripped quite easily, but that's besides the point.
This is why you enchant
From
them.
the correct maker. Yes. Or get
It
Aurora
wasn't
to
my
make them.
current
Someone that
tailor.
actually makes something durable.
So.
All you had to do was ask. I didn't join toy makers for no reason.
There's a set of 3 large Torii gates with a blue flame seemingly at the end of them.
Oh.
I don't need the
It is our literal job.
Sounds like
Wanna
there's
see that?
exploring
Well,
happening.
yeah,
Quality
but
of
I'd
life
rather you
improvements
put it
for everyone.
Yeah.
effort towards something else. My kind can live without shoes.
Just as I say it.
Most people can live without shoes. It tends to be a convenience thing more than a survival thing.
That's fair.
I can survive without shoes. However, I look far less cute.
As for one of my legs, it's literally
I don't think that's possible.
right leg.
It is. You can't deny that I look very cute in pumps.
Yeah. We also look cute when you're not wearing anyway.
Accessories are fun.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
You're not going to convince me otherwise.
You have been far more tantalized by me in outfits
Ooh, scandal.
And out of them. Oh, those are big door gates.
Indeed. You can see why they wish to send the lanterns down this way. Soon those be gates back to Yomi.
Oh,
There we
they're
go.
making their way.
Little by little.
Suppose the current takes some time to get
May as
them
well
there.
make the trip slow and sweet. Gives time to say goodbye.
Well, and I guess everyone just gave them a dance. Maybe they're trying to give them one back.
That is nice.
Have a good sleep when you do.
I like this a lot. Slow goodbyes are nice. It's like seeing a ship go away.
Yeah. Knowing that this kind of connection can go mayhaps even year long, year out. It's pleasant. Good wishes to all those
There's
that
been
have
one or
passed
two
that you...
times I get a sad kind of thing, and I'm just watching it disappear along the horizon.
Think about it this way.
Good vibes at the same time.
You're letting them free for their own journey. So that way next year, you'll have a happy reunion.
This at least gives me a proper
That's
way to
what I
say
hope.
goodbye to Samantha.
Until next time.
Well, for now, not
You
for him.
find peace and joy,
Exactly.
whatever path you take.
There's always next summer.
He would have loved you, by the way.
Your friend Samantha.
Yes, you two would have hit it off.
I'm told he very much enjoys flashy dresses as well, so I can see why.
Yes, he did.
First one. Answer. The first one.
Through eventually.
Oh, there you go.
Ah, the blue flame-like thing in the distance.
I hope you're right.
What'd you say?
I hope you're right.
What will?
Till next year.
I think
I
about
think
don't know a lot about them not going towards the blue flame.
not as bad as I
Actually,
think it
what
is.
they're doing.
Not as bad as you think it is.
Yeah.
Sit this little bit just there. I'm gonna just sit down.
And no matter what happens, I'll be right here.
Just out of character note, the music that's associated with that is, I don't know if it's DMCA friendly, so be prepared to turn down music.
You're very pensive today. More than usual.
Yeah, I've been left alone in my thoughts, so.
I know.
Move a bit. Get a bit closer then.
I'm sorry to leave you alone for so long. Or, well, getting you used to being alone or being with somebody.
It is perfectly fine.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I feel a little bad.
I know. But know that I don't blame you.
I
Or
know.
do I think you should feel bad?
If you want me to come over tonight, I can. If you think it'd help. Or if you just want me to.
I think both things are true. I just want you to.
Then I will. Besides, I probably need a little help getting out of the OB anyways. It's hard to get on.
Oh, that I can do. That I'm well suited for.
Maybe a little carefully.
That's fun, but still can do.
Force you to take it slowly like the corsets.
True.
You've liked that in the past.
I have. Said
Though I also distinctly remember a few corsets which you completely ruined. And then fixed.
oh. Okay. Going on? You want to head over there?
I am admittedly a little curious.
You alright?
Oh.
I'm lucky I can see in the dark, because you just completely disappear.
We can both see in the dark.
You
probably see
can.
better than me, though. To be fair. Yeah, all orcs can. What do you mean?
I didn't know that about orcs.
Yeah.
Suppose there's still plenty of
I don't
things
know
for me
if
to
you, I'm
learn.
pretty sure you see better, though.
Probably. Maybe farther. I don't really see colors. But I do have the benefit of hearing and smell as well.
Yeah.
Just as they should. Ancestors return to the sky where they belong.
You have beautiful traditions, by the way.
Not entirely mine. This is still technically Buddhist. But it is nice cooperation. I'm glad to finally see it myself.
Something can be outside of your religion, but still a part of your culture.
Very true.
True.
I am certainly
Buddhism
not
is
Christian.
philosophy anyway, not a religion.
I indulge in plenty of Christmas.
Yeah, that.
The rituals.
I prefer the actual practicing of Yule, but that's me.
Well, I was there when Christmas first started, so it's a little nostalgic. Though, I am not unaware of the ties. And the reasons that they adopted things. I wasn't back then, though.
Strange how ideas come together. Always learning from the ones who come before.
They also have a fairly strong Christmas as well, surprisingly. Think they do?
Sure, ones have.
Not like historically, but in modern times they have they celebrate Christmas. Yeah. I was surprised when I first learned that. They do have Christmas in Japan.
From everything you told me, I think you'd be very proud of you.
I can hope so.
Call it Kami's intuition.
Well, then I'll just have to trust you.
Have I ever let you down?
Never.
There we go. I thought they might need a minute by themselves. And I don't mind having you all to myself. Maybe I'm selfish.
Only two of us. Because I always want to hear myself.
Too bad. Now I'll have to accept that my apartment is also going to have at least a couple fishes. Fish. Not fishes. That's improper grammar.
It's a lot. It's a lot of fishes. Wonder.
I'm probably going to take some of them
You
to
put all those.
aquariums.
True.
I don't think I could fit a tank large enough, but I know a few animal rescues. I'd love if I could own a horse again. That would be nice. Oh, I'd not be able to have that in an apartment.
Honestly, I'm surprised you don't own a horse ranch, considering how much property you own.
I don't own a lot of commercial property, mostly residential.
It is like what those escalators and whatnot that they have in the cities.
You look into it.
I suppose.
Make it a charitable foundation.
Maybe. I have a lot of time to fill.
I've been to one of those before when I was a kid. Animal rescue ranches where they would rehabilitate horses.
Have you ever ridden a horse?
No. I'm a city kid. What do you expect?
Well, maybe if I can find one big enough, I can teach you. And I guarantee they have ones big enough.
Oh no, I have no doubts.
Plenty of orc bands used to have horses before.
That I know. That and
I've seen some rather large horses myself.
other things.
Though, granted, I am on
I don't think they still exist, so.
But that would mean
Kinda
you would
got
have
hunted.
to also take care of the horse. I couldn't just let you ride it. You have to build a bond.
Oh god. I don't know if I can handle another one.
Another horse or another animal?
Another.
Because you just said
Yeah,
you never
another.
did.
Let's go with that.
Well, most of the day-to-day
No, the bond
care-
thing.
Bond? What does that mean?
Go bond with your animals?
You don't know if you could handle another animal to bond with?
Yeah, I have 2 cats.
Well, horses are a little easier than cats, surprisingly. They're more domesticated.
That's fair. But it's funny to think about that. Horses are more domesticated than cats.
Well, cats are hard to domesticate. Admittedly.
Well, you don't really. You don't really domesticate them, tame them. A little different.
A little bit.
The question is, which is more likely to kill you? That is the true question.
Ah, depends on the era.
Domestication usually.
And technically a lot of factors. Realistically, neither are likely to kill you. You're more likely to die with a horse based off of your own actions rather than the horse.
Yeah.
The problem you have to remember is that they're
cats
one
just
of the
simply wish to kill
few domesticated animals that are prey.
True.
Both of the more common domesticated animals we know about, dogs and cats, are predators. So, they act a bit differently. Horses are skittish.
I guess. I'm trying to figure out if I'm actually, or like my brain is confused by this. Shouldn't dogs and
Confused
cats be tamed, not domesticated? Or am I
Well,
crazy? Am I misunderstanding?
Domestication is the process of breeding, I believe.
So I think dogs are domesticated and cats are.
Cats are semi-domesticated. They're not fully domesticated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are-
Usually, to my understanding,
It's just that.
More domesticated. They are bred, but not in the same way that dogs are. So dogs are more domesticated. Same with horses.
so
Yeah, no,
to my
it's-
understanding,
More of a case that cats' goals tend to align with how we just naturally treat them.
my understanding, what makes an animal domesticated is that whatever species happens to be trying to domesticate them, either being human or not, is exploiting a family structure. Like horses, for instance, tend to have a strict family structure where they have a head, like the leader, and you essentially replace that leader with whatever person happens to want to do that. Same thing with dogs. Dogs look at you because you're like you're the pack leader.
Family structure.
Yeah.
They do. They do.
Whereas cats will look at you like you're just a big dumb cat.
Well, cats actually adapt
you know,
to
the thing
the animals that they're around.
Yeah, true.
Some cats don't know that they're cats. They might actually
I've seen
They
some
do.
of the parts
the
because
same
they get
thing.
raised with dogs.
Yeah, they're species blind, which is actually its own thing, where they will take on the species of whatever the people around them. They, like, if you own a cat, they think you're a cat. They think
Yeah.
you're the same thing. Actually,
That's
the
why
best way.
cats will bring you dead animals because they
Yeah,
want to
because they
feed
think
you.
they think you're a poor hunter, actually, specifically. Which is why I usually recommend.
Yep, exactly.
No, they actually think you're a poor hunter. Because if you
Yeah.
they see you leave, and if you don't come back with food, they think you failed. So they're trying to give you food because they're like, oh, you're not feeding yourself. So the best way to actually gain the respect of a cat, not the best way, but one of the ways, is to bring food every time you leave. If you're gonna leave, I'll just bring some trays. They'll be, oh, you hunted.
A funny thing about
You're successful.
A funny thing about cats is that they actually are known to give humans an entirely harmless disease called toxoplasmosis, and it's a disease that makes you love the cats more. Like, this is a documented thing.
Is that what I do to you?
That sounds a bit terrifying. Cats have charm
Yeah.
magic.
That's a joke.
Basically.
I mean, I
know how
am
to feel
naturally
about that.
charming, but I don't actually
That
use
is
charm
something to
magic.
be careful of, given certain current circumstances.
I can't stop the mundane aspect of it, but I can not use it on purpose.
Yeah.
Well, given the certain person riding.
You didn't answer my question, though.
What was your question?
If you want to own a horse. At some point.
Own one? I don't know. Learn how to ride one? Yeah.
Well, one way or another, if I own it or you do, you would still have to bond with it before you could ride it. And admittedly, I wouldn't be able to ride a horse big enough to fit you.
Cross that bridge when we get to it,
Okay.
I guess.
It'd probably be a few years before I'd be in the market to buy a horse ranch anyways. Or any kind of animal ranch. Sanctuary. As much as I love animals, that's a tad bit expensive. And I'm intending to put most of my funds into, other ventures.
It's just one of the ways we express.
Though my residential stuff makes a good bit of money.
I would assume so. Let me check you up here.
I'm sorry I didn't make it clear how rich I am before.
It was only surprising. I wasn't offended by any means.
Well, I know that.
Nor do you owe me that technically owe me that information.
I don't owe you the information, but I could see how it could potentially lead to awkwardness.
I'm gonna look this way because when I look the other way, the world slows.
Well, I'm fine looking this way, so I'll look.
Yeah. What were you saying? Sorry, I got distracted by the temporal flux.
I was saying I know that it's not like something you're offended by, and I don't owe it to you, but I can see how it could make it awkward.
You have never really used the situation, so it was, you didn't like throw the money around, you didn't insist on doing certain things or not doing certain things.
No.
So I don't really see the issue.
I guess, I acknowledge the power that I have. Monetarily, I'm older than you. There's a lot of gaps, and I worry about them sometimes. Because I don't want it to be awkward or weird.
Power dynamics are a complicated, messy topic. And you worrying about it is the right thing to do.
I know
Because
normally,
technically speaking, I know
looking at us, people would assume that the power dynamic is a little flipped, but I technically,
yeah. But I don't know if you remember, but when I first started going after you, in a sexual and romantic way, you were not a department head.
no.
I had to think about how to actually engage with that in some way.
Technically, I wasn't even a member.
But when you became a member, I actually had a conversation with Mona when you became a member.
You did?
For that exact purpose. Yeah.
I didn't know that you did.
Told me not to worry about it. And I asked her why, and she said, you'll find out. And then a week later, you come tell me, oh, I'm a department head.
At least you worried about it, I guess.
I did.
Technically, though, you
originally
still have some power over me in the workplace because you're security.
Technically, yes. So security has certain authority even over department heads. Technically, I have authority even over Mona in some regard.
Yes.
If I feel that she is doing something untoward that is against the wishes of the guild.
Technically. You also have some of the same things that could affect Mona that you can do would probably have a fairly significant effect to me as well. I guess I didn't think about that until now. Actually, don't.
A lot of what I can do, I don't know either, and I don't know if I want to find out.
Probably. Well, I guess. Hopefully, we never have to. Though at the same time, I can't deny that it would be potentially a good thing to know about. It would be good to know if you would be safe if something ever happened to me and I got bitey.
There are other things I could do to probably figure that out. It's probably, if it worked, if that worked the way that it works with Mona, that would probably be the safest thing.
Probably.
But
if it works.
I have a decent belief that if, for whatever reason, something happened, that I would be able to stop you.
Stop me? How? What do you mean by that?
Well, let's think. If you're talking about, if we're removing the bonk or the enchantment, we have words that I can cast. You are technically classified as undead, so that would affect you.
Yes. I'm not technically classified as undead. I am undead.
Yes. Then I have the magic that is not just words, but also just casting, which I can cast presumably on you that would hold you. I don't know if it would hold you for very long, but it would hold you. Presumably.
I'm going to
what else?
Gently pull you this way because my feet hurt.
Oh god, I turned around.
I know.
Oh.
I'm gonna make you sit on a bench
no,
and then
it's
turn
fine now.
around again.
I don't know why it's fine now, but it wasn't a second ago. Oh. Oh god.
You can turn
Here,
around
look this way.
as soon as
Yeah, there you go.
I just
There you go.
feet.
Oh, hi guys. Sorry, I was kind of just lost in fucking thought. Wasn't even here on this plane of existence, I don't think.
You're fine. We just got here.
Yeah.
I was moving our conversation because my feet hurt. And I
Okay. Well, I hope I'm not interrupting then.
No, you're alright.
My
What
dad.
were you saying?
Oh, never mind. Take it easy.
I guess I don't know what any of that would do if it works. And I guess it might
What
be
else?
fair to experiment with it at some point.
I don't mind experimenting with holding you, words, things of that nature. It's that one emotional. Mental magic is tricky, and I don't. Could cause some stuff, depending. I'm well versed and very practiced in it, but I don't make it a habit of endangering your well-being. The you being you, I guess.
I know. Do you know a charm resist?
Yes,
I figured.
technically.
The officer I encountered before did.
Yeah, they had some. It's a thing that you can identically describe a ward to protect against that. Depending on the strength of the ward, a good number of times. Once, depending. Also, depending on the strength of the charm. If it's a very powerful one, it might just break.
If certain things ever happened, I would potentially
Movies and such, Lord of the Rings, Elden Ring.
myself, or if any of my kin ever got involved.
there's a lot of ring movies.
I wouldn't be surprised if they tried that on you.
There's a lot of ring movies.
If it would make you feel better, I can make one for myself.
I'm thinking.
Strong one. And just wear it.
Not all
My
the
brain
time.
might be a little bit burnt.
To have with you. Or just around.
I just keep zoning out.
It's not like
No, you know you can go home.
it's
You don't need
likely
just
for
wait
that to
up
ever
on me,
happen.
right? You alright?
Fine.
There.
Sort of.
I'm mostly in the business of
Just have
keeping
it around.
I'll
Yeah.
explain when they get home.
low profile among my
Okay.
kind.
Hello.
There. Hello, you too. Ray.
Hi.
Doing alright?
I'm holding myself together, yeah.
Well, emotionally, having at it right now, but other than that, I'm okay. Got some closure that I needed.
That's good.
Let's go this way for a
I need
minute.
actual tissue. Why did I not bring tissues? What is wrong with me?
I have some.
Oh,
You
yes,
gonna
good.
come along
Take
or
out.
you need
Oh.
some space?
Oh, thanks.
Good job.
I'm
Hey,
crying.
sweetie.
I got this.
You need
I
to
always carry
stop. You're
tissues
gonna
on
make
me.
me cry again.
Okay. Hey, when we're heading out, this is the game plan. I know a place that has a lot of really nice ice cream. It's like a gelato place. They have a bunch of
What's
flavors, all the
gelato?
flavors you can think of.
It's type of ice cream.
Just
It's type of ice cream.
Oh, it's ice cream.
It's a form of making it. It is different than ice cream.
You can also have
Yeah.
it. You can have different little snack gelato things. You can also get it in milkshake and fig shape form. They do all of that. They do the whole thing. I like to get a free flavor combo thing: chocolate, fudge, almond milkshake.
Note to self: belt will not fit after tonight. No.
Whoa.
Pensive.
Yeah.
I like dark chocolate and sea salt caramel myself.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So, yeah, no, I'll be fine. This happens when this happens.
Seems
It's
like the
normal.
type of night for people to be pensive.
Here you go.
Okay.
For the tissue.
I'll explain.
We're going back to the conversation.
Don't worry, this is normal.
We can tell some things if you want.
Something
I don't even
emotional
know why
like
you're
this.
crying. I just
Night, Bio.
know what's normal, not so.
Yeah, you're good.
It would
you're
be
good. This
nice
is normal.
to talk about it, Billy.
Okay.
You'll see me zone out like that every now and again. So sorry. I'm a
And
bit of a
obviously, if we do test anything, we could always have Ivanka present, just to make sure nothing goes wrong.
And I got it.
Yeah. I can also. Oh god, this would be complicated. Technically, I can set up a series of small wards that it activates on an activation phrase to do something. So we can either have a spell to hold you, spell to put you. Can you be put to sleep?
Not really. Kind of. It depends on the type of magic.
So, what was her name?
It's very hard to.
It's mine.
Holy smokes. Tell me.
Okay, maybe not that then. I can teleport you somewhere.
There are some
It's a really nice night.
Actually,
things
that would be good. Wait, what if?
I'd like to tell you at some point,
My
but
hand is
I don't think today is a good time for it.
What is up with you, miss?
I mean, it's all highly secretive.
I know.
Right, I'm terrible at this. You.
Just let me know. I'll be there.
Say like Missy or a Mrs. or are you like a
That's
Mister?
fine. I don't mind.
Oh, I'm a bit old
Oh, you're asking
fashioned
for-
still. I'm not Mrs.
You're asking for my pronouns, so she, her. I'm a girl.
Oh, it's the pronouns. Oh, okay.
Would you mind being teleported?
Very different.
That's a living experience.
Now?
I can do that in case. Not now, but
No, I guess I wouldn't.
I was just remembering someone.
Though where you put me could be important.
do you think Ivanka would mind having foreign magic in a room somewhere?
Well, that maybe. But she definitely would know what to do
Oh, she did great makeup.
if I ever got bitey. But again, it's only ever happened once that I can remember, and that was when I was first turned.
Yeah. I honestly don't think that this amount of safeguard is necessary. I think testing, like
Testing,
different,
yes.
like,
Safeguarding,
words
probably
and
not.
things. Yeah. Because making the thing I'm talking about is fucking complicated. And would require a lot of things.
And would maybe never be
So,
required.
yeah.
I've gone 300 years
know if you
without
wanna-
ever having this be a problem. So,
Oh god, I would have to make it pretty too. Yeah, that would be even harder.
that would be important.
Yeah, because I don't know if you want to carry a very like intricately totem necklace thing around.
If it's from you, I might
You know, like bones, teeth,
do it
woods.
anyways,
Yeah.
but it might not go with all of my outfits.
No.
You could give me a very poorly shapen rock, and I'd probably still want to keep it with me. But it wouldn't look as nice.
No, it wouldn't. But yeah. I can test out. We can test out some boards. I'm also curious whether or not I can physically stop you.
Well, that would require you training me. Like you said you
It would.
But it seems like you might have gotten distracted by a different kind of trainer.
All I'm saying, it's not entirely my fault. I blame the very distracting person.
Oh, I'm distracted.
Oh, yeah.
I don't ever know how.
Yeah, no problem.
No, you know what my dad used to do? Like whenever something was too edgy in the group, he'd point out like, "Look at this! Look
I don't think I'm distracting at all.
bitch right here! Look at it, too afraid to cry! Look at him!"
Not me distracting.
He always meant well by it, though. Admittedly, I had to actually give him a lesson.
You can be distracted. You're very distracted.
Oh, okay. It's only one
Mostly
mystery, I see.
in how you decide to randomly annoy me.
Crying, and it's okay.
At any given point. Which you've done so much that it's managed to make me miss it.
Oh, you miss it now. How's it having to walk around the apartment not being picked up randomly?
It should be nice. But instead, it isn't. And I can't reach some of the shelves. I have to get the step stools out. Instead of just having you pick me up randomly. When I'm trying to reach for things.
My apologies.
My free escalator is taken from me. What about you? Any weirdnesses with not having me there all the time?
Canned tea and bottled coffee.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I know you don't have a cold
Thank you,
blanket.
good.
Well, that much we both have.
Interesting how much feels different. Because I lived by myself. Like, the apartment that I used to own, I lived by there for years. Long time. It didn't feel that lonely. But I guess you don't really.
Hello.
Me too. I guess you don't really realize what you have until it's gone. Yeah.
I don't think either of
Also, the
us.
cat's missed you.
Well, the
They've been
cat
looking
certainly
around for no
seems
reason. I'm pretty sure they're looking for you. Which is funny because when they did live with you, they didn't really.
No. But they probably got used to me.
Suddenly So they're gone. They're like, where'd the strange cat go?
I did sometimes give them special treats.
Yeah. Also, literally being a cat.
True. Occasionally. If anything, I could come pawing at your window sometimes.
Oh my god, that's such a you thing to do, Finley!
I can literally be a cat. I don't mean like that. His cats miss me.
Oh?
Particularly because I literally could turn into a cat.
I could also just see you I could also just see you in your bird form just pecking at his window.
I have before.
Oh,
Usually when I show
that
up.
makes sense.
Yeah, back when I had my own place, that's what Finley would do.
Can you two stop being adorable? That's just cute. That's like book levels of cute. That's movie levels of cute. That's fucking adorable.
Convenient how I'm a romance writer.
Yeah.
Convenient.
That fits you to a T. It is adorable. You keep being you. It's amazing.
Did you, how's the writing going?
I've got
I'm
back
not distracting you.
to it. Although I can't help a certain inspiration being struck.
Oh.
Finding difficulty writing
To be fair,
anything but a specific character type.
God, I don't know how I would feel if I read that.
Mostly I started journaling.
God. That's good. I know journaling actually is helpful.
How do you think I feel? I have big tits.
Particularly when you live so long.
Sometimes my pants are a bit tight, but these pants are loose.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
You got distracted. It's okay.
Yeah, the Three Stooges walked by, and I was just like,
I can imagine a person of your type being distracted hearing big boobs. Of your persuasion.
what's funny is that on the list of things, at least they were talking about the feminine persuasion, it's actually on the lower end of the list.
I know.
Of what I would find particularly attractive.
I know that mostly based off of the shirts you've given me.
Yeah.
They're big, but not in that
the
way.
size.
I think I will also go.
Have a good evening, you two.
Bye.
People are heading out.
Have a good.
Bye. Bye.
Have a good evening.
Bye, Kenshi. Bye, Tao. Bye, Echo.
Bye.
Bye, Tamika.
Hey.
And there is a certain large dog.
Ah.
Very upset, very
I was saying it's
Yeah.
good to journal when you get very old.
You know, one would think he's some kind of domestic.
But your brain is still
I keep that much.
locked in a certain age range.
I was about to say, I
didn't like me saying that, but he likes.
was about to say,
Body young.
I keep that.
Mine.
I keep that noted, and then I realized I actually don't know how old I am.
Well. I could make a rough approximation. I don't think you're much older.
We're getting back.
So what? Say it again.
Did you both need transportation for getting back? I'm going to head out soon.
Probably.
Probably.
I can make my way back. It's not that hard.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could fly you, but that would take a long time.
I can just jump.
I would love to see either of those, honestly. That sounds like quite the sight.
Tiny bird.
Well, if there's anywhere specific you want to go, I can
I
make it
just
very
remember the
quick.
idea that we had. The harness.
Mhm.
The grip the harness. Yeah, about that.
Ooh, a harness.
Do you want to go
Not
to
that type of harness, but yeah.
your
To be
apartment
fair,
or mine?
yours.
Ooh.
Excellent. That was so very fun.
It was.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting
Fun.
us.
Of course, dear. Anytime.
Yeah, so let's say
So many celebrations,
good
so many
night.
festivals. I'm glad. Always need more field trips, especially nowadays. So much work on the estate.
Yeah.
Needed to get out and about.
I'm not going to complain about my opportunities to hang out with you guys.
I need to finish planning
Yeah,
the
Gil needs to go.
camping trip before it gets too late in the season.
I do suppose
Yeah.
so. Hopefully this provided some inspiration.
To be fair, the fall, like fallish, is actually still also good for camping because it's not too
Honestly,
hot
yeah.
but not too cold.
Early fall is nice. It's still a little warm enough that the water wouldn't be cold.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, too cold.
Oh, more excuses to use bathing suits.
Insatiable, Kisei.
But definitely not during winter.
If that was true, I would say or lack thereof.
Well, to be fair, winter
I was
camping.
thinking it very
probably
loudly,
nice,
though, so
too.
technically still
It's
true.
different.
I just worry about people getting too cold.
Yeah.
Fair.
I don't think I produce body heat anymore, nor do I have to
I mean,
worry
of
about
course, they could
getting too
stay in
cold.
the house, but
I'm
that kind of
used to
defeats the purpose of camping.
swimming in the cold water. Though,
You are rare,
obviously.
my love.
Sort of does.
And if it gets too cold, you can always make a
Figure it
fire.
out. Figure it out. We have time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's kind of how he is. It's kind of why Deeblin is the way she is.
And goes down.
I threw these models together so fucking fast. Oh my god.
Yeah, holy shit, they look so good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I was so happy.
I was fighting.
You did it.
God.
I was fighting.
You know,
Now you got shit. Where's Ronaldson?
you know, I was on the fence of whether or not I wanted to play Mike or Eyes, but I'm glad I played Eyes.
Yeah.
The good thing is, and this is actually a sign of
Try
trust.
to hang out with
I'm just proud that I managed to do this.
Trigger her.
Yeah.
It was a ding in her mind.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
yeah.
the fuck?
Parasols are great.
How did you do that so quick?
It's a very important reason,
That's
and it's a reason
awesome.
that she has
Darkness.
shared with anybody.
You're visiting me. All that I am, all that I see.
I would love to know which model you're using because I have a character in the works that I'm planning on bringing to VRCRP, but I can't find a good model for her because I'm looking for like a strong looking girl with a Hime cut.
This may, well, I mean, the hair I
You need to adjust where the fan sits a little
local
bit.
game character's hair put together, but the base is last
Oh, you have a fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what did you fix on the model? Dave,
tusks.
Dave told me you fixed something. I switched.
They were They had the
okay.
wrong material, so they were
myself
like
to, make it
coming
a
up
little
as a
bit
way
more
darker
mature.
shade than the rest of you.
But yeah, it's a fairly well-known base.
Oh, okay.
It's a big reveal.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's great.
When if you took out the fan when he blushed and it hit his face, he would have been done.
That's adorable.
Technically,
it's
the chest is actually
It would have been a very
figured
Victorian thing for Finley to do.
Yeah, I would have.
Fine.
Let me do this one. God.
This on it just work. Oh, it's a little.
Finley doesn't really float.
Little something.
Huh?
That eyes is sad.
Sad eyes is sad.
No. No.
So I Finley kept using the word pensive.
The only
Yeah, we just said.
Flint.
Like, I don't want to call him sad, but he's definitely sad, so I'm just gonna call him pensive.
Yeah, you tried closer to me.
Hey, me bing.
I don't want to wait till we.
Like, get closer.
Me neither.
You moved forward a little.
I'm excited.
I want D&D.
I don't know why I'm fanning myself. I'm hot.
I did the same thing when I had to
I'm
stand
hot.
in the map.
Remembering somebody that she lost.
Fair.
I'm fanning myself like it'll help, like it'll do something.
I don't think
It's a fake fan.
because only very few people know about this.
Yeah, probably
But,
not.
she was.
She will give you a hug.
I can't wait to see being lost.
I have ADHD, and I also.
She was.
I'm weirdly down, like weirdly low energy now too, because I was playing ice for so long. I was low energy, so I'm also like.
I know you brought that up at one point. Remember you brought that up out of character.
Connor and
yeah,
also
out of
was just
character.
sitting there thinking about his kid, and I got up and you were like behind
They're
me,
both
like, oh
mourning
shit.
together. They're both ugly, crying together.
Aww.
That was a big ball. That was such a big bonding moment.
Yeah.
You got to know the name that she would have named the kid too.
Also,
You know the name that she would have named them.
I miss them. They're a good palate cleanser.
Yes.
This is a good. I wish this wasn't so many polys because this is a really good model.
Yeah.
I love this little thingy.
No one should question me if she would just outright massacre a ball cultist.
I don't know if you noticed, but I ended up being able to add little small earrings.
Yeah, Marcus doesn't understand any of the context to it, and he's like, that's
Little
fine.
pearls.
Dude,
He probably won't ask.
I actually didn't notice, but that's really good.
Just little,
It's a little hard to see because the pale.
Yeah, it's easier. I'll get the. I'll go into lights.
The lantern.
Light.
Yeah, you have to get the lantern. Dude, my frames died when
Yeah.
the Victoria game at the end.
A lot of particles. They're probably mesh particles too.
I had to like.
They're almost definitely mesh particles, actually. Uh-oh. He died. This is terrible. This is terrible news.
Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, that's a lot more noticeable. Yeah, I can immediately see it.
Yeah.
Boom. I grabbed the lantern. There you go. Oh, the lantern's on the ground now. Why does it have physics? I'll never know.
I tried to have everything kind of mostly matched.
Definitely couldn't. Felt bad that Finley couldn't join the festivities.
He's got something more important to worry about.
Yeah.
A cute boy. That consumes most of his
Worry
thoughts.
about the sad arc.
That was sad.
Yeah.
Normally he wouldn't be worried about it. But he was like, oh, he's sad. And experiencing something that I've experienced before. Oh no.
What did they experience?
He was experiencing familial rejection.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hate every second of it, but I'll do it.
I have brought light.
Fair.
Lighto.
Hello.
Light.
Of the night was the fact that Kesey was like, okay, so is this how these things normally go?
I was having to carry around that lantern
I
just
think so.
so I could
It's been forever.
fucking see.
My brain doesn't remember.
Yeah.
And like, my thumb, my middle finger was getting tired from holding the
I
grip
looked up
button.
so much stuff, but it's all like for her, it's all secondhand knowledge.
Notice that Artie
She'll never
switch
be able to
changes
go to
color depending on her
She thought was
I noticed. I noticed.
He wasn't gonna say that, so
Fine.
that was a thought.
Kind of saw it.
Stop flipping it.
Next time
Stop
we need
it.
to get more people to dance. That's my goal.
It's oversensory.
Oh.
This is for
Don't, like, turn it off and on.
This is for depression.
Oh,
That's just
the fan has a noise.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Someone hold this.
I was holding it, and then you took it
I've been
from
holding
me.
it for like half an hour.
You took it from me.
Yeah, you silly.
Sorry.
Hey, Wolf. Good night, Ribbon. I appreciate the both of you.
Good night.
Hey, good.
Good night, Flynn.
It's hooked up to the same animations
Drives me insane.
as my my other one.
What the wave?
What?
Yes. Good.
So that way I can still have the shade.
Yes. Ooh.
I was wondering if you
I was
still
so
have that.
sad Orlando Soccer was just all raining the other day, and I'm like, shit, I didn't put the cocktail umbrella back on the spirit form. Damn it.
Yeah. Also, it was rare to it's rare to see Finley actually like ask
Yeah, as far as
and like
this yukata goes,
push a bit.
Yeah.
there's pretty much no.
He doesn't- he doesn't often
tell
push.
unless one of the dance animations.
Yeah.
What that these
test.
two needed to have
There
a
is
conversation.
a lot of wild
Mhm.
movement that it does. But
He was going through a bit of it.
extreme
Wow.
contortions. Other than
Yeah.
extreme
I did enjoy
contortions,
having Kamiko hang out with these two. It was fun.
From what I can tell.
Damn, you know it's important
cool.
when
Should be fine,
Finley
even though
goes,
he's
hey, yo,
full
bro, we need to
It's not like I'm
talk.
gonna be doing a split or anything.
Well, and when
That's good.
when Finley starts to get kind of pushy, Finley doesn't normally get very pushy at all.
Yeah. No.
Eventually, when Kenshi goes
Already
through her
heard
big
that
character arc
and
that
went,
Mochi's
oh,
doing, I will get an actual,
That's not good.
kind of kimono.
Oh.
That's cool.
Not like he was mad
No.
either or anything. It was just
I know.
Basically,
Already
the
knew.
outcome.
you just want your partner.
Already
You
know.
just want your partner to open up.
Yeah.
Artie knows these two well enough to Artie's tism has picked up on not all but most of their body language at this point that she's seen them to express, and when something is not in the norm from one of them, she goes, excuse?
Fair. Also, Dolly says hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Also, you know what's funny? I have a question for you. Because you're saying that specifically, but I have a very specific question for you. There was a session in MMR a good bit ago, I would say like 4 or 5, 6 weeks ago, where these two were acting significantly different.
Oh.
Did you notice at the time?
But Artie's scared to fucking death of eyes, so she didn't know how to approach it.
Alright.
Conflict avoidant character. Intimidated
Yeah.
by vampire and very tall orc man.
I'm also pretty conflict avoidant.
Not intimidating at all.
Ah,
If somebody's mad at me, I
you
get scared.
are. What do you mean? Okay,
Actually
allow me
looks-
to tell you. Allow me to tell
It
you.
actually looks better with the light.
Yeah.
Can I tell you
It's down, like the low light. Yeah.
observations
kind of
that I have
conflict
made in
avoidant.
character of Artemis of why
She
you're
does-
intimidated? She will
Finley. Fight and be in a conflict if it
Uh,
involves her.
firstly, I need to make
But
sure
if it
that
doesn't
my
need
voice
to
mod is
involve
off.
her,
Yes, I am good.
she won't.
the reason that Finley intimidates Artemis is purely based on their intelligence and the power of observation.
Yeah, Finley notices a lot of shit.
He's just like,
Someone is like slightly
and
sad, and
power-
Finley's like, "Eyes, go talk to them."
Yeah,
They're having an emotion.
Artemis, the reason why Artemis gets scared by intelligence because that means that you can pierce her barrier, so to speak.
Yeah.
And Artemis throws up a huge wall, and I'm not talking like a normal wall, I'm talking like the wall of fucking China. She doesn't like people piercing that wall, because that means you can get to her vulnerabilities, and as a person that
You missed the
chronically
session,
online
unfortunately.
and is a net runner, someone who can pierce the defenses,
A lot of
immediately scares
like
the shit and puts
little
Artemis
personal
into
talks.
panic mode. Which
Yeah.
Eyes and you both, as Finley, both do to her. And it
Eyes is
immediately
very
makes her go,
emotionally intelligent. And Finley is very intelligent in both ways, but Finley very rarely will be the one to come up to you. Typically, Finley will end up being like, "Hey, Eyes," or "Hey, Mona, I'm noticing this thing. You should go talk to them."
Artemis
Very
has
rarely
an
will Finley
enormous
go and be the one to do it.
Artemis, this is for your knowledge, so you know. I don't know if Finley has soul sight or anything like that. But Artemis has Artemis has a very big vulnerability spiritually at the moment, meaning there is a wraith over her shoulder all the time, just standing there.
Ooh.
And
Menacingly.
It is her. It is her soul.
Your eyes were
and the
wobbly.
reason it's manifested in that way
in fury.
is because Artemis spent an inordinate amount of time unable to move.
Yeah.
And as the years went
Don't
by,
let her go to
the
this face.
soul just started to manifest outside of the body. Not really. It has no ability to physically interact with the real world. It just interacts with Artemis's emotions. But the point that I'm trying to make here is Artemis has this deadpan expression for a reason. She hardly ever shows her emotions physically. And when Finley can just turn on a fucking dime like a turret on a fucking tank and just go, it terrifies Artemis because she's like, I have the wall for a reason. I don't like anyone that goes through that wall. That wall. And that's Finley.
Meanwhile, Finley's just like, "What wall?"
Like Finley. She doesn't. Oh no, you just have a fucking ladder and just.
Laser beam.
I know all your moves.
Artemis doesn't.
I can anticipate everything. I'm hacking into your brain. You're next.
You need to lighten up the nails a little bit.
Yeah, probably the thing that can she like the most tonight.
Artemis naturally doesn't dislike Finley, Eyes, or anyone else.
No.
She's
They're just spooky.
just heavily
Kisei
yes.
Yeah, the fact that Kisei actually liked the work that she was
If you want to know of someone she's terrified of right now,
she likes
that's fucking Mona.
She can.
Artemis is terrified of Mona
Kids he mentioned the
because
one
she
that
knows
didn't even
things
know
about
when they
Mona
were born
because
or
she's
their
pieced
name, but he
things
knows they're probably
together
around or
about Mona.
were around.
Mona just a little
funny
spooky,
puckle
creepy.
things. They existed in the D&D.
I don't know how I feel about Finley with the new fingers
He was in.
yet.
It's not even the spooky or
honestly,
creepy
what if
part
we
that
bring it back into
scares
D&D
Artemis about
and
Mona.
make it
It's
like
the sheer
8
amount of
points.
damage that Mona Unleashed can
What if we
cause.
just bring it back into the D&D? Just like have you come as like kind of takes a break, have you committed his fucking
Dude, man, you know that shit melts through me. So a little bit of me lore.
Right.
Smug
If you saw,
expressions
like,
or shit
it's
eating
basically,
dreams
it was a little
melt through
noble
me
boy
like
because
blood.
they were.
Sorry.
Oh, that's
I didn't
spooky.
know
That there's a
That's a little spooky, actually.
there's an altercation set.
This lighting.
Oh, is it the shadow?
Yeah.
That is. Put the red eyes.
I love you.
Where is it?
I love you too.
I think it'd
Oh,
be
even
a
just
fun
an open hand.
Let me take a picture.
And Barbarian Marcus is just there, like, smells
Even just the
something
open
that
hand
smells
looks
like
kinda
him. He's just
smug.
like, wait a minute. This smells like my hypothetical child will make you
I'll send that to you later.
Yeah, that's a little
Honestly, I
intimidating.
think if he caught a whiff of his child said he'd run for it. He'd try to hunt it down.
It looks really good in this map.
Yeah, you can. This is me just trying them out. I've been in the legacy fingers the whole time.
Mine should work.
My gestures all still work, but I'm kind of like I don't know how I feel necessarily about Finley's fingers resting like this.
I actually I like its new hand. Best.
Yeah.
It's a lot straighter.
Yeah,
So it makes
Finley's
you feel
hand, it
better.
just
Yeah,
feels
I'm gonna say
so
it's
like his hand feels a lot bigger.
Little kid here. What's this?
Okay.
My
Still has teeny tiny fingers though.
Doesn't she look evil like this though?
What happened to Evelyn? That's the
Also, fucking
That's the beginning.
Tomika, by the way, Chuck, Tomika's just hanging around these two as they're making sex jokes between them and
Yeah.
they're fucking breaking.
I love how tonight was like literally constantly either sex jokes between them or very intimate conversation. And it flipped like randomly between the two.
Evelyn's dead. Straight up just looked at. It's like.
That's the best. I love it. Good night.
And dying.
Yeah, it was
I should also probably get out pretty soon.
at that time. He's just like, what's with this
Yeah, I should go out soon too.
young
But-
man
Okay.
staring about, like, through his head at the time? It's like, would it be better to just kind of like mercy kill this child? He was in that kind of fucked up situation. He's like, nope. I'm gonna try and drag him back.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of your.
I will rejuvenate.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, we are too.
Be free. Good
night.
Bye bye.
Be free. Get the posters off your faces, everybody. There you go.
All right, chat.
Oh god.
Yeah, Finley's fingers are real long. Huh?
Are you gonna raid someone? Who are you gonna
Yeah,
raid?
yeah. I don't know yet.
If you
My chat was talking about how Finley has very long fingers, and I just realized it. Finley has super long
just
fingers.
play guitar.
Yeah. He has.
good at it.
He's meant to kind of look like he has piano fingers.
He also
Supposed to have very dainty hands. Very demure.
More. Okay.
That's the new meme.
Where am I in my room? Oh, I'm here. Okay, this is where I am in my room. Hello.
Open up Twitch. Come on, Twitch.
Yeah, Uzo and Kirby in a place. Let's see.
I think Uzu.
Uzo?
Uzu's playing Chained together, and that's always fun.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah, that is.
Spacebar. Click, click, click.
I need to play that game. That's
click,
and
There we go.
Click.
Okay. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. I hope you had a good time. Both gobos and nerds.